blitz through it, and then we'll do Tales of the Jedi.
Hello there to all of you bucketheads, and welcome to all you Jedi. This is another episode of Under the Helmet podcast, the most disorganized podcast on the internet. While we have you here and your full attention, don't forget podcast on the internet. While we have you here and your full attention, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, share with a friend, and of course, subscribe to Under the Helmet podcast for more episodes of the most disorganized podcast. And if you want to keep updated with Under the Helmet, you can do two things. You can join the Discord down in the description below. And also, you can follow us on Instagram as we be posting memes, we be posting streams clips, and we be posting so much more. So follow us there, and welcome to the show.
That is right, Callahan. We are starting a little early tonight because I was like, you know what? Let's go. We got a lot to talk about, so I'm very excited. So we have two very big things that hit Disney Plus. We had Andor, and we had Tales of the Jedi. So, Eli, which would you rather get into first, Andor or Tales of the Jedi?
Well, I want to make sure we give, proper amounts of time to, both of these amazing projects, because I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't know Tales of the Jedi was coming out yesterday. And I was caught a little off guard. I knew Andor was coming out. Andor comes out every Thursday until it doesn't.
Wednesday.
What?
Andor comes out on Wednesday.
I thought it came out Thursdays.
Yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. It came out yesterday. She-Hulk releases on Thursdays. Well, released.
I don't know my days. Anyway, it came out and it surprised me a lot.
For those who are in the chat wondering, hey Dylan, what you got going on there? That's a really deep V-neck. You're goddamn right it is. I am debuting a new cosplay. Qui-Gon Jinn from Tales of the Jedi. That man had a deep V-neck.
When do we get to see the Qui-Gon hair?
I really got to hit chest so I can back it up.
When do we get to see the Qui-Gon Jinn hairstyle?
This is the first attempt of it right now, so without having my hair completely go in my eyes, because when I do my hair like this, it's just completely in my eyes. But he's got like a tiny small sliver, so I'd have to like do my hair like this to keep it out of my eyes.
We need this.
Oh, cool. We need Space Jesus. Okay, hold on. I need a couple more months and much more Jedi wisdom before I can grow my hair out like that.
That's fair.
You're thinking Phantom Menace Qui-Gon. I'm thinking Tales of the Jedi Qui-Gon. I mean, that's what I can do right now. You want me to serve right now? Can't happen. Anyways, so I say, in the interest of time, let's hit Andor first.
Okay. So talking Andor. So I only just watched it all of like 30 minutes ago. It was not.
You thought it came out today.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Well, no, I knew it came out yesterday. I thought today was Friday. I keep thinking today's Friday. It's not Friday.
I wish.
But I think we all wish this was Friday. I wish it was Friday because that would mean that in one day my proton pack gets here. I have a proton pack from Spirit Halloween coming for little something on Halloween. I've been wearing the flight suit for the past couple streams. I feel like it's rather obvious.
Uncle in Peru. But I was going to Toshi Station to pick up some power converters. Actually, I was gonna say.
God, no! He makes a really good point.
No, I'm killing it right now. I'm serving looks.
The A New Hope Luke is yeah. It's definitely there.
Now I need a white tunic. Damn it. Y'all keep building up this cosplay list. I ain't made of money, so we gotta do something about that because the New Hope Luke is on my list, but money is money. You know what I mean?
Money is indeed money. Yes.
To quote the great Toydarian, no money, no parts, no deal.
That's a good motto.
I'm a Toydarian. My tricks don't work on me. Only money. Oh, George Lucas. That was a stereotype character.
Speaking of impressions, was that Dooku at the start?
Yes, it was. I will bring order to the galaxy.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me to laugh.
No, the tone switch was definitely jarring. The list of cosplays that I want is long, and I have no source of income. Same, Callahan. Same. Oh, that's the problem. I have sources of income, but bills are expensive.
Bills are indeed expensive.
Going to Toshi Station to pick up power converters is not cheap.
That was a decent Luke. I think Mark Hamill would be proud.
I do my best. But anyways, let's get into Cassian Andor because I don't have too much to say about this episode.
I have so much to say about this episode.
All right, perfect. I love the dichotomy. So I think the biggest thing is spoiler warning. You have been warned. You have been warned for spoilers. You have been warned by the spoiler gods. Freaking Saw Gerrera is in this episode. I was so excited.
We got to see Saw Gerrera. That was fucking cool. I knew the second that the one Two Tubes, I think is his name, showed up.
I saw Two Tubes. I was like, ooh. I was
Two Tubes and Gray X-Wings.
I was like, oh. There he is. There's our boy. There's our favorite intergalactic terrorist.
Yep.
Oh, this video's not going anywhere because I said the word in the first 10 minutes. Although I also said damn. So the dyad is strong tonight. More importantly than the dyad being strong is my internet is being strong. So knock on wood, it stays that way. Please. I'm pleading. I'm on my hands and knees. Saw before he needed the respirator. For real.
This is true.
No, it was really good to see Saw Gerrera in this episode. I was very excited because I was not expecting to see him. I am excited. The new season of Orange is the New Black does look good though. Actually, no. I was wrong. The new season is Andor is the new. I'm gonna stop right there. That joke is not as funny as it was in my head. See, I stopped myself. That's what we call progress.
All right. So I do find it very interesting. Cassian, they get loaded up into the hallway. They go out to these ships, and I was looking at those ships, and I was thinking back to Force Awakens when we see them all touch down on I forget what the name of the village is in on Jakku at the start, but I was like, huh. It was, kind of that feeling of I was looking through some old pictures the other day, and they're looking very familiar. So I do
Yeah,
think prison transports that they were using definitely end up evolving into the First Order troop transports. Because I feel like we don't really see like a ton of troop transports for the Empire that are like space to ground based. We have, you know, like Imperial shuttles, but those are just meant for higher ups. A lot of the stuff that we see are ground based and relies on people being on the ground already. You know,
we have LAATs and we have U wings, but it is nice to see a dedicated like Imperial version of that. So it
right?
was
I mean,
cool to see. And
we
then
have
the shore troopers in this episode looking great as always.
yep, love me some shore
Um,
troopers.
we do get to see the Imperial prison industrial complex on full display. That was nice.
That was kind of cool.
That
It's
was cool to see.
it's interesting to see. So we can talk about the floor is lava thing. It's interesting to see how they're keeping the prisoners in line. I I don't know. It was kind of a cool concept. Um, just because like I'm like, okay, they don't have any weapons, nothing, other than we do see a couple guys with shock batons. But like it's just kind of click button, zap floor. Um, yeah, yeah. The new air Palpatines are what they're what they're rocking.
For real, no, they are in fact rocking those air Palpatines.
The air Palpatines. I feel like we should do an ad for those on here. That would be good. Uh yeah. Dylan, what did you think about the way that they are, keeping the prisoners in line?
I think this. as soon as they said take your shoes off, I was like, no, I'm gonna catch so much heat on the show for this. No, please, I'm begging, I'm pleading. I did it because I liked it. I loved it. I'm just itching to do it again.
I think
Oh my god!
I think everyone knew when we saw this segment that we were gonna have to pester Dylan about it.
I was crying. I was on the floor, boohoo tears. I'm like, no. I gotta. Something to think. Oh man! As soon as I bring it up, as soon as I bring it up, I'm gonna get hit with the banner. So I had to beat people to it. So it's not me this time. The show did it on purpose, and there are multiple shots that are just straight up foot shots. That is not on me. That is not on me. That is not on me. Attempts to hide. I'm not. You can't attempt to hide something you don't have. That's like oh look, here's my Bugatti. Oh no, I'm attempting to hide my Bugatti that's definitely right behind me. Not having it. It's not happening. I will fight. You know what? I need to call my lawyer. I'm being slandered online. I need to call my lawyer. Yeah, I need my lawyer to help me beat this case.
Nope.
I'm here.
Okay.
Your
I
Honor,
see you.
my client has been accused of having a foot fetish. But the issue with that is, how can one have a fetish for feet just because he simply notices it? My client is the product of a harmful smear campaign by the co-host and audience of Under the Helmet podcast, and I would like for it to stop because, frankly, it is too late in our life cycle for us to worry about whether or not Dylan does have a foot fetish. That is relevant because if we were asking the real questions of this case, we'll be asking, why are so many shows and movies these days having people take their shoes off and having things with comically large and, let's be real here, very zoom in shots on people's feet? So riddle me that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, of the honorable jury. Because honestly, I just don't see it. I mean, I can see where the allegations are stemming from. But if somebody points out an airplane in the sky, we don't accuse them of having an airplane fetish. We don't accuse them of wanting to be a part of the Mile High Club simply because they said, hey, look, there's an airplane up there. I mean, personally, I would not do this because I am blind. But it is possible that when people point to the sky and they say, hey, there's an airplane up there. I mean, Your Honor, I rest my case.
Matt, you haven't returned my calls.
Is that on the other line? No, I'm not sure I recognize your voice.
Anyway, that was a delightful bit. You were not ready for me to turn green.
You turned green?
Anyway,
I saw nothing.
what else happened this episode? Andy Serkis showed up this episode.
Oh my gosh. I was like, yo, you already
Yep.
know what this means. Brand new Snoke theory.
God damn it.
We all know. We all know that right there was Supreme Leader Snoke in his heyday, in his before times. I'm actually willing to bet that Palpatine cloned that exact prisoner. Gabby, get a room if y'all are gonna role play. Gabby, do I need to put the glasses back on?
I can put the green back on if you want.
Is facing more slander for actions. Oh God, I just hit a cramp in my leg. Oh, I just hit a knee cramp in my leg. Wonderful. Without getting old. Anywho, yeah. So Andy Serkis appears, which definitely surprised me because I was like, because at first I didn't recognize. I was like, who the heck is this guy? I was like, and why is he familiar? And I was sitting there for a second.
Oh no, his Wi-Fi's dying.
And then he said Snoke. And I was like, oh my God, it's Andy Serkis.
Yep.
Yeah, I was very excited to see Andy Serkis show up. And I thought it was very interesting how we got to see the prisoners coping with their situation by sewer sliding themselves.
Yeah, we did
One
have
of
the
them really
one
just
guy
said, "You can't fire me, I quit," and he jumped right out in the middle of the night
onto the zippy zappy floor.
And his esteemed colleagues were just like, "Oh man, now he's gonna stink up the room all night."
Yeah, what the fuck?
No
it
love.
really was just kind of goddamn. Now he's gonna stink.
Oh, what happened? Steal a kyber crystal. Yeah, he got locked up by the he got locked up on Jeddah for trying to steal a bunch of kyber crystals. But
I
no,
believe
I'm
it.
I'm very interested to see sort of how Cassian gets out of this. How he gets out of prison, because we know he does not serve his full 6-year sentence, because if he does, that would put him in prison still at the time of A New Hope.
That's true. I hadn't really thought of that.
So I'm very interested to see. Well, actually, no, past A New Hope, between A New Hope and Empire, because this is 5 years before. So yeah, so he's not serving that full sentence. So how's our boy getting out? Place your bets now. Yeah, seriously though, place your bets. How do you think he's getting out? I'm kind of curious.
So I do think it definitely has something to do with the prisoners who are signing to each other. Like we all saw that, right?
Yeah, we did. No, I
'Cause they
think
were
they're planning an escape, and Cassian's gonna be like, "I want in."
he is going to do the Star Wars protagonist thing of getting involved with something that they are not that they really have no business being involved in, but just getting in there anyway.
They might be. I think. You know what? I kind of have a theory, and it's a really out there theory,
Okay.
but I think that those men in prison are all partisans, are all part of Saw Gerrera's group.
Oh.
And the reason we see Saw Gerrera in this episode is because he's being introduced for the first time. So when he breaks his people out of prison, Cassian tags along.
Huh. Okay. That
So
could be
that's my
interesting.
theory. My theory is that Saw Gerrera is going to break him out. Whether it be knowingly or unknowingly, who's to say? But I think Saw Gerrera is going to break him out of prison.
Okay. I'd believe it.
That's my theory. And here's the thing. If it's right, cool. I'm a prophet. If it's wrong, that's fine too.
Yeah.
It's fun to make theories about a show. It's okay to make theories. It's okay to speculate.
Mhm.
But if I'm wrong, I'm not going to be upset, because either way, he's getting out of prison. We know this. It's more about the how than the end result. We know the end result. He's going to escape. He's going to live. I
Right.
think it's going to be Saw, me personally, but who knows?
I believe it.
I believe there is a shot in the trailer of Cassian and Saw together, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh. Okay.
It could just be two scenes cut together. I could be entirely wrong, and I'll have to rewatch the trailer. But I think it's Saw Gerrera. I think Saw Gerrera does it, because the way those guys are communicating in sign language, it's like, okay, there's more to this story. There's more to
Right.
how they're communicating. So
There's things going on.
that's just my theory. And hey, it's a fun show to You got me on that one. That's pretty good. You know what my favorite Agents of Shield theory is? The theory about whether or not it's canon to the MCU, and the conclusion of it is no, it's not. You mad? You mad?
A little bit.
Nah. I think this is gonna be a. So, do we have anything else to say about Andor? Because I actually have a pretty good theory about canon and head canons and how to say, or not so much a theory, just a word on canon and head canons.
Okay.
So,
What you
do we
got?
have anything else to say about Andor?
Hmm?
Do we have anything else to say about Andor before we go in?
I enjoyed it. It was good. I feel like we are building up to big things.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
But
What
yes,
more
so
can I say?
I don't have anything else to say about it, other than we got to see Mothma again.
That was cool. That was really cool.
I
I
was
like
happy.
seeing I
I'm
like
always
seeing
happy.
Mon Mothma. I'm really enjoying Mon Mothma. I'm enjoying Luthen.
We completely forgot about Bix, and
Mhm.
we totally flubbed Bix getting arrested by
I
our
was
IS.
wondering if you were gonna touch on that at all.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool. And then not to mention we've got our good old buddy old pal old friend Cyril Karn out there
He's out
just
there
filing them fake reports, man. And
causing mayhem.
literally, so I want to give a huge shout out to a creator I follow on TikTok, Mesa Windu. He posted a really funny tweet that said, me filing 4 false reports in the span of an hour just so the ISB lady will yell at me too. And honestly, same. Listen, something about the way the Empire does their pants. Those little things out to the side. I don't know. They're
The
definitely
Tarkin Thunder thighs.
they're gonna be at cahoots in the future. We know this.
I mean, yeah, we know this.
It's gonna be interesting to see, but yeah. So we find out that Cassian's mom is sick and probably about to go into the great beyond. So they're trying
Yeah,
to find Cassian. Little do they know, a boy in jail.
yeah, that's not great. Um,
Also, what are they building in the prison?
I've been wondering that the entire time.
Me too. I saw a video that said I found out what they're building, and I got like 3 seconds in, and the guy was just talking for too long and said, "I'm out." He still hasn't said what they're building, so leave. Not interested. If you're gonna say what they're building, say what they're
Say
building
what they're
and then
building.
explain, and not be like, in the new episode of Cassian Andor, where Cassian Andor goes to prison, Cassian Andor is going to be. I found out what he's building in prison. Now, just to rewind here, Cassian Andor goes to prison and is building something very mysterious, and I figured out what it is, and I'm like, all right, I'm fucking clicking off. Nope, I'm annoyed.
Yep.
I'm bored. Spit it out. I got things to do. I'm not watching your full 10-minute video if you're going to reveal what they're building in minute 9. Okay. Sorry, it's not going to happen. My attention span is too short. Just say it and move on. Probably is engine components. That's probably true, but who knows? But yeah, so that's pretty much it with Andor. You got anything else?
Wait, hold up. Oh, they're building the undercarriage leg attachments to a Viper droid or Imperial probe droid.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I did have to scroll like halfway through that entire article to find out, but yes, they're building the bits to probe droids.
Nice.
Yeah, so now we all know.
See, I didn't have to watch that guy's video. You heard it here first on Under the Helmet podcast. They're building probe droids. All right.
Yes, I believe that's it for Andor. Do you want to get into Tales of the Jedi?
Yes, I do. But before I do, I have a segment that I actually think is kind of worth clipping and posting elsewhere because I want to talk about canon adjacent stuff. And this can extend back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I know I made a joke that it's not canon to the MCU. But here's the thing. If you enjoy that story and you want it to be canon in your head canon, nobody's stopping you. The events don't directly contradict anything, so go right ahead. So, we have all seen that Dave Filoni has a tendency
once
to
again
retcon not only the Ahsoka novel, but other stories as well, mostly the Kanan comic. So, with that, here's what I want to say. If you like the story of the Ahsoka novel better, and that is how the events transpired in your mind, feel free. I personally have not read the Ahsoka novel. I have read bits and pieces of the Kanan comic, but when it comes to canon and what is like, oh, this is the higher level of canon, I don't believe that for a second. So I think these stories are interpretations told from different points of view. And this is why I think that the Ahsoka novel, for the most part, is still canon. So you got to think the story told in the Ahsoka novel, does it perfectly match the events of Clone Wars season 7? No. But here's the thing. Rarely is it when we tell a story that we are going to tell the story 100% perfectly. And the way I see Tales of the Jedi is that it's memories of people recollecting on their life. And when you remember things, things are going to get left out and things are going to get jumbled. Like, for example, the Ahsoka episode where she kills the Inquisitor. Spoiler alert. When she kills that Inquisitor in like 2 seconds flat.
Yeah.
Here's my thought process on that. I'm sure in reality, they had a longer fight. But this is Tales of the Jedi. This is a story that's being told. And it's a short story. So are they going to go into the details of Ahsoka and the Inquisitor going into the fight? No, they're going to get the broad brushstrokes of Ahsoka and this Inquisitor fought. And then she fucking killed him. She sliced that man's head off. And I think that could also explain why the Inquisitor looks different. Because even it might be the same Inquisitor that we got in the Ahsoka book, but the difference is this: that Inquisitor looks different because he's remembered in the mind of that villager. And I think it might be the perspective of that villager who, in his perspective, everything may have happened super fast. So, like, because you think we don't see what happens when Ahsoka goes off to town. We only see when she leaves or when she's there. We see the events of what happened. And then we see her come back and we see the place in flames. And who's with her the whole time? The main character of that segment is not Ahsoka. It's the villager who almost gets crushed by the hay. So I think that this is a tale told from, she's recounting the tale to somebody, because that's why, she doesn't, she covers the broad strokes of it. We're at work one day. I talked to my brother, I almost get crushed. We might be a brother, I don't know. But I almost get crushed by the hay. But then this Jedi girl saves me. Her name was Ashla. So, I think that's the story that's being told. And same thing with the Bad Batch and the Kanan comic. So the Kanan comic is told from the perspective of Kanan Jarrus. Bad Batch is told from the perspective of, guess who? The Bad Batch. Shocker, I know. But here's the point. Because it's told from two different perspectives, two people may have experienced the same event, but they might remember things very, very differently. Like in Kanan's mind at that time, because you remember, Kanan is still young. So the things that he experiences are going to get mumbled and jumbled with time. You might remember the broad strokes. Sometimes there are things that have happened in my life where I was old enough to remember it. And I remember telling the story and someone's like, yeah, I remember being there. And it's like, no, you weren't there. And they're like, yeah, I was there. And they were. So sometimes people may remember events differently where you might not even remember the person being there. Because we all have to remember, Star Wars is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So I think if we keep to those broad strokes and as the story is still the same, that it's okay. And here's the thing. If you really love the Ahsoka novel, no one's stopping you from loving it.
That's fair.
Personally, I really want to check it out now. Even if it's not fully canon, I think in, televised media and media meant to be seen on a wider audience scale might look like it takes precedence over other stories, but I think that it's just as the other stories are just as important. Now, for example, there are some things that don't make sense with Tales of the Jedi and Brotherhood by Mike Chen, because in Brotherhood, Obi-Wan once he gets his Clone Wars armor, he actually cuts his hair to the Clone Wars length. And then if you notice in Tales of the Jedi, he's got his Episode 2 hair, but he's got his Clone Wars armor, and Anakin's with Ahsoka, even though he had Clone Wars hair in the Clone Wars movie. So, there's all kinds of things that if you really want to like get really down deep into the weeds and kind of like be like, okay, well, this doesn't make sense. If you want to go that deeply based on like simple aesthetic choices, that's your right to do so as a fan, but you might be digging a little too deep and kind of missing the point. I had an old history professor that would often tell me sometimes when exactly Callahan said it perfectly. Okay, he does look different. I won't overthink it. That's the thing. And my old history teacher always used to say that, and he would always say this to me. He would say, what you're looking at is when you're looking at a forest, you don't hyper focus on a tree. And I think often what we do as fans of media is we look at this grand forest and we're like, okay, well, that tree and that tree, this tree contradicts that tree, when it doesn't necessarily have to. It can all work. There's this thing in media, it's called suspension of disbelief. And I think we can suspend our disbelief a little bit sometimes. Even if it's not 100% perfect, it's how it rolls. And here's the thing. If you want to say the differences in clone armor color is a plot hole, but then you tout Legends as superior to canon, I'm sorry. I will dunk on you all day, every day. Because Legends continuity was a squiggly line mess. So, with that being said, let us
I want to talk about something.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I've been sitting quiet this entire time. I have a gripe with the final episode.
Okay, do tell.
This is a bit of a personal beef. So, the final episode story does take a lot from the Ahsoka novel. Ahsoka was hiding on a farm planet, going under the name Ashla. But they changed a character in a way that I don't necessarily like. In the Ahsoka novel, there is a character named Caden Lart. Here, let me pull her up. And Caden Lart serves basically the same role of the girl on the farm that we see in the episode. You'll notice one very stark difference.
Okay.
Is that the girl on the farm is white. Caden Lart was also one of the first LGBTQ plus characters in Star Wars. No, the episode doesn't explicitly state anything, but the fact that not only was this character race swapped, but they've also gotten rid of any and all mention of her sexuality, I don't like that. And I feel like it's fair for me to not like that. That was one of our first little bits of genuine, explicit representation for, people of color that were not Lando Calrissian, or let's see, this was before the Martez sisters,
or Mace
the
Windu.
Ahsoka novels, old.
The
Yeah,
Martez sisters are when you're saying representation for people of color, you're thinking Lando Calrissian, Mace Windu.
yeah.
I mean, there's a pretty funny Saturday Night Live skit about it where
I have seen the
all the black people in Star Wars,
and it's like a table with sitting room. So
Exactly.
The fact that they have now done this in the final episode of Tales of the Jedi, I'm not a fan of. I'm not. it's kind of fucking annoying. I'm gonna be straight up.
No, I will completely agree with that.
I have
So,
a lot of things that I liked about Tales of the Jedi. This is not one of them, and I'm gonna die on this hill. I don't care if I do it alone. I'll do it. But that's
I
my
completely agree.
main
No,
rant
that is something that definitely bothers me as well.
you know.
No, I completely agree with you.
That's fair. Oh shoot!
What's
I
up,
didn't know we
guys?
had 1313 in here.
He said, I think Dave is looking at the story completely differently. He's concerned with telling a Ahsoka story, and they only had 15 minutes runtime. Is not much time to show representation.
That's fair. I
I think it would have gone a long way to design the character the same way.
do think so
Where
as well.
I think that would have alleviated a lot of the problem, even if they don't intentionally, show her, maybe not show the LGBTQ aspect of her, but
Mhm.
if she was just, a person of color, I think it would have gone a long way. But that being said, I do definitely think that is a small downside, or I don't want to say a small downside. It is definitely
It's
a
a
downside.
downside.
Absolutely. Other than that, though, I
I
absolutely
do have a
enjoyed
lot of things that I enjoyed about Tales of the Jedi. The Dooku episodes. Yeah. The Dooku episodes were really good.
Are you pulling up
Yeah.
Gabby's comment?
I am because it's important.
No, that's perfect. That's the perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
It is a matter
It's
of
just-
just having it.
You don't have to scream it from the rooftops, but it being there does miles. So,
Honestly, I think, and in my opinion, that is the best kind of representation where, like, there, for example, the two characters
are you
in
talking
Andor,
about the
yes, are lady lovers who I cannot remember their names right now for the life of me. But
let's see. We
I
have
think
Val and
yeah.
Oh jeez. I forget
Is
the
it
other guys.
Cinta?
I think it's Cinta. Yeah.
Yeah, Cinta
Val
and
and
Val.
Cinta.
Cinta and Val. Cinta and Val, I absolutely love them because they're characters first, and they're characters as well as people who are representation. They're a win-win, and I think exactly, yeah. Val and Cinta, they're a great example of representation done right, and
Absolutely.
I think we need more characters like them in Star Wars and in media in general. So, but yes, I want to talk about. So the first episode, not much happens, but I think it's super interesting because we get to see, number one, the birth of Ahsoka.
Yep. That was I think seeing the culture of the Togruta village was kind of cool. Because we have our shaman character, so to speak, the one who is maybe not force sensitive, but knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
Exactly. Well, I think you don't necessarily have to be force sensitive to understand the force. Like that, Maz Kanata is a great example of this, where
okay,
she
that's a good point.
isn't explicitly force sensitive, but she understands the force and she understands nature. I mean, I saw an interview with George Lucas the other day where he was talking about the force and saying how the force sprung from the phrase force of nature. And the Togruta people were very much in touch with nature and in touch with the nature of their planet. That's why they didn't take more than they needed. That's why they did all these things. So I think it's very important to recognize that and say, okay, so she, while not being force sensitive, understands the force of nature. And I think that's more important.
I can agree with you there.
But that was very beautiful to see, and the philosophy behind it. There's so much that comes out of that episode about whether it be confronting fear and not taking more than you need, and I mean living in harmony with the land around you. I really appreciated that. That was a really great message.
I enjoyed that episode. It had a lot of good to it. I really liked that episode. I don't know, just Baby Ahsoka is really cute. Baby Ahsoka is really cute.
She had the little chubby cheeks going on.
She did. Very squeezable.
And the little blue
Yeah, I
mark.
liked the little blue that they did.
That was really cool. I do really appreciate it. It's hey, I'm gonna take my 1-year-old baby out to go hunting.
That was
Absolute dub of a people.
yeah. Because I do think, didn't someone say, like, is she ready for that? It's like, mind your business.
It's like, yeah, it was her father. Her father's like, should you really be taking a 1-year-old out to go hunting? And she's like, yes. Absolute
Yes,
Giga
yes,
Chad
I
moment.
should.
Giga Chad mother moment. And then so also getting to see the what was the beast that took her called? The apex predator, the big cat thing.
Uh,
But that was super neat to see, and how how she kind of got picked up and taken off. So that was cool to see. And then how Ahsoka was just, it was like, I'm gonna eat you, and Ahsoka's just like, boop, booped it on the nose.
I'm trying to find the name of this.
Anybody in chat know what it is? I cannot remember the name of this animal for the life of me.
Unfortunately, the Wikipedia article directed me to the Tales of the Jedi comic from Legends.
Darn it, that sucks. Anyway, it's all good.
Yep.
I do know that the 1313 talked about this. But there was what was the name of the creature that the animal that got bambied?
I don't know.
But it's the same species that Yoda rides during the Battle of Coruscant in 2003 Clone Wars.
Oh shoot!
I don't want to call it I keep hearing the name Swasbuck pop in my head, even though I know that's not what it's called. That is a Pokemon. Kaibuck. Thank you. Yeah, it's a Kaibuck.
Ah, gotcha.
I knew it had buck in it. So you can tell that's where my brain's at. But yeah, so we see the Kaibuck, which was super cool. But yeah, so that episode was great. Let us move on to episode 2, where
everybody's just calling it the tiger. Sorry, I went looking, couldn't find it.
The Tigray. But yeah, so we get to see Dooku and Padawan Qui-Gon, who obviously I'm very much inspired by. He's just like me for real. Got that deep V-neck going on. Oh, Hera's voice actress was the village elder in episode 2.
Yep.
That's cool.
Mandatory Rebels reference.
Nice. We do love a good Rebels reference.
I just wish Site was here for it. Site, if you're watching this afterwards, we love you, man. We miss having you in chat.
Absolutely. But no, it was cool. It was really cool to see Dooku and Padawan Qui-Gon. And I love how he walks into the bar and just takes out his lightsaber, puts it right on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute baller move.
Dooku is a very interesting Jedi because it's from him that we get to see a lot of how Qui-Gon got to be Qui-Gon. Because Qui-Gon's definitely... he's a very different Jedi. I mean, I feel like we all know that. I love Dooku Jedi Lost because it really delves into the dynamic that we got to see in this episode. I love that book so much.
On my list of ones to read.
It's, if you're going to, I will say, absorb Dooku Jedi Lost, do it in the form that it was meant to be taken in, because it's not meant to be read as a book necessarily. It was meant to be done as a radio show, essentially. Like it's written out in the style of a radio show.
So audiobook it.
Audiobook it. Definitely audiobook it.
I do have 2 free audiobooks from Prime I need to use, so I might use one of those on Dooku Jedi Lost. But yeah, so I really appreciated seeing, Dooku and Padawan Qui-Gon, and then getting to see the effects of the Republic's corruption is really cool, because we always hear about it in the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
We never actually see it. So, I mean, in the prequels, we actually see the opposite. We see a leader. We see Padme, who is a leader who cares for her world and is not corrupt. But we often hear about the corruption of the Senate, and we see little things here and there about, like, Newt Gunray getting off and things like that. But we don't really get to see the Senate's full corruption, the effects of that. Here, we just get to see it. And we get to see that the people, even all those years back, how fed up the people are. So we get to see how fed up they are that they actually, kidnap the senator's child. And even the kid is like, yo,
this is wrong. like that was one of those things that struck me the most, is like the senator's son. Your son is there, kidnapped, and he feels sorry for his kidnappers. That is how you know that you fucked up as a leader.
Yeah, and he was like, listen, don't hurt these people because they've done nothing wrong. I thought that meant everything. So I was like, okay, so this is going to be a very interesting take. And then seeing the senator show up to take his kid and, kind of pull from that bad guy book of, I'm going to burn this town down and use it as an example. Yep. And Dooku's like, alrighty, you get choked.
You want an example? I'll give you an example.
Dooku said, all right, force choke corrupt politicians in Star Wars. Force choke corrupt politicians in Star Wars.
In Star Wars.
In Star Wars.
In Star
fiction.
Wars.
Not real.
In fiction.
Not real. I am not a Fed.
That does not happen in real life. We do not do that in real life.
No.
We want our podcast to stay on the internet.
Hello, FBI agent assigned to watch our show. We love the government very much.
Yep.
And choking politicians, even with the Force, is bad.
That's bad. That's a bad thing.
Exactly.
All right. Episode 3.
Now, on to the episode where a politician dies.
Yep.
So yeah, we get to see another politician, another corrupt New Republic politician, and we also get to see Mace Windu.
We do get to see Mace Windu. I forgot this was the Mace Windu episode.
I gotta say, Mace Windu, that man wears his Obi sash tight. That man cannot breathe with how tight his sash is. Every morning when Mace Windu puts his sash on, he goes, whoa! Because that man was looking top heavy the whole time. I know his rib cage be hurting.
That man built like a Dorito.
You can't convince me otherwise. Mace Windu wears a corset, confirmed.
Welcome to the club.
I mean, okay, so his thing is never that tight in the Clone Wars. It looks like every other Jedi's one. In Tales of Jedi, that joint is. That's another thing. Shout out to whoever designed a lot of the characters for this show, because there are some burly ass dudes in this. Mace is looking burly. Qui-Gon's looking burly. Qui-Gon, they saw the Qui-Gon Jinn meme and made that a reality.
They did. They really did.
And then, God, what else was there? There was Anakin's looking big. Anakin looks really buff in this one. Same with
really
does. A lot of clones too.
I did thoroughly enjoy Anakin and the clones, and that entire episode with the test was. I mean, it hurt. It hurt. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Oh no, they're hot for real though. For real. No, and I do want to give a huge shout out to 1313 because I was listening to their episode today, and they were talking about how all the little redesigns in the clone armor. So shout out to them. If you have not watched their episode yet, definitely go watch it because they go into pretty good detail about the redesigns of the Phase 1 clone armor. There are some noticeable differences if you're into that kind of stuff. I'm a simpleton. I just saw that and went, hey, cool, it's armor. Anakin's, you actually do notice some changes where I actually noticed the angling on the shoulder pieces is different.
Interesting.
Where the shoulder pieces. So in the previous Clone Wars, in the earlier Clone Wars seasons, the armor on his shoulder is more triangular. You know, it's kind of shaped how like Boba Fett's armor is, where it's a little bit more, you know, that hexagonal triangular shape. But in this one, it's a lot more. It has more dimension to it. It's more rounded. Also, I also really enjoy whenever you see like a lightsaber strike the ground in this show. The level of detail of like the smoke and fire coming off of
Drag
each
is
one.
insane.
Thank you guys so much. He says he's been watching all of our Andor episodes on the watch back. I'm loving each one. Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate that a lot.
Andor's been really fun to cover, so I'm excited to see what else is coming. But yeah, I think it's really interesting to see how the animation has developed and how everything has changed. Also, Qui-Gon, old Qui-Gon, they nailed his look.
Oh yeah,
they absolutely nailed Phantom Menace Qui-Gon. Speaking of that, we see Dooku actively going through and deleting Kamino.
Yeah.
Things that have always been implied to happen. It's another thing to actively see them.
There's that episode of Dooku was
my boy out here actively spreading misinformation on the timeline.
My boy out here.
My boy said, "Hey, yo, that's a nice planet you got there. It'd be a shame if somebody deleted it." With Sypha Diaz's code. Oh, yes, and Liam Neeson voicing him. I love Liam Neeson voicing Qui-Gon. Whenever he comes back as Qui-Gon, he's always so excited.
Yeah. Because you can tell that he really loved playing that character. I mean, the man still has his lightsaber.
I'll tell you what. It's always super interesting seeing Liam Neeson come back because they keep bringing him back for these like 5-second cameos and like I think he maybe gets like 5 lines in this show. Yeah. He gets like maybe 4 in Kenobi. He gets like 1 in Rise of Skywalker. And my man is just loving every minute of it.
Oh yeah.
So I can just imagine like you're Liam Neeson's agent giving him a call. It's like, Liam, we got a call from Disney. Tell him I said yes. But Liam, it's gonna be like you're just gonna like stand there in like a bathrobe and tell him I said yes. I'll do it. If I get to play Qui-Gon Jinn again, I'm doing it. Okay, Liam, I'll let him know.
I'll let him know you're in.
I love Liam Neeson, man. That dude is awesome.
Excellent man. Love seeing
the anti Harrison Ford, as he's been described.
He really is, though. You bring up a very good point.
Oh god, I'm not original with that one at all, but many have made that take before me. I don't know who's done it first, but yes, he is in fact the anti Harrison Ford. Also, Harrison Ford's going to be in the MCU. Did we cover that?
We didn't cover that yet, but
we got to cover that, and we got to cover. I think I kind of timed that in news and rumors the other day, so we'll get to that. But let's finish up Tales of the Jedi. So
that's all good.
Yes, we also get to see Dooku fight Yaddle, and if you notice, so his ignition sound when he ignites the lightsaber to fight Yaddle is the exact same sound it makes in Attack of the Clones.
What is?
Yeah, it's the same ignition. Versus when he ignites his saber in other episodes of Tales of the Jedi, it's you can actually hear it becoming darker with each ignition. Because he only ignites, I think, 3 times. He ignites it once in episode 1, and then again in episode 2, and then in 3, and then in that episode. All right, y'all have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, thanks for
But
having
yeah,
me,
when
guys.
Dooku fires up his lightsaber, it is the exact same sound from episode 2.
Interesting. I did not know this.
He does get brutal. So the fact that he absolutely gives Yaddle the squash treatment, I was like, oof, what a way to go. And then she comes back to fall down, and Dooku's like,
Let me finish you off, Master Jedi.
and just whoop off with your head. Comrade Dooku at it again. Bro is straight brutal. I gotta say he, before he did all the murders and all the bad stuff, he was kind of making a point about corruption, and I really liked his line in the first episode where he says, "I wonder if any meaningful change will come from all this." He doesn't say the word change. He says meaningful
change.
I thought that was super interesting and super that hit with the way that he said it, because he doesn't just want change because change can be superficial. He wants meaningful change, and I really appreciated that and really enjoyed that. Also, yes, the ship did in fact look like a cardboard box.
It was a cardboard box. Yes,
With little wings on it.
Big ship design fan over here. That one was interesting. Speaking of lines, I want to throw back to Andor for just one sec. Cyril had a line today that the second I heard it, I was like, I need to write that down. And it's when him and Agent Miro are talking. Governor Miro, the ISB gal. And he has this line, and he says, they're talking about his various false reports that he's filed and how vigilantly he's been pursuing Cassian Andor. And he says, can one ever be too aggressive in preserving order? And that line right there, I was like, I figured out your entire character now. Because that's it. That is his entire character right there.
It's also very similar to Dooku's character in Tales of the Jedi. The Disney releasing things in the same time frame, so people watch them close together. I think it's super interesting because that's almost Dooku's philosophy exactly.
Oh yeah,
preservation of order, and because what he says, he says, I want to bring order to the galaxy, because he sees the galaxy being disordered, so he wants to bring about a new order. I think it's so interesting to see Dooku sort of fall. Also, we didn't talk about this, but we see Mace's promotion to the Jedi Council.
We do, yeah.
Bro, Dooku is pissed.
He got
so mad. Pissed. He got so angry.
You knew when he hit him with the Master Jedi that he was.
Oh, the way he said that, there was so much shade with the.
Did you know from the beginning?
And Mace was like, I was with you when we got the assignment.
Yes. Master Jedi.
I was like, ooh, he's mad. Bro is fuming.
I mean,
bro really said, fuck it, dark side mode.
There were a lot of things that led to Dooku saying fuck it, dark side mode. And if you want to hear more about that, you should read Dooku Jedi Lost. This is my Shadow of the Sith moment. Anyway.
Everybody needs one.
Everybody needs one. That one book that you talk about all the fucking time. For me,
is there anything better than Pussy? Why, yes, a really good book.
Shadow of the Sith. I feel like I need that as a reel from you. I need that in my life.
Oh God. All right. Let's see. What else is there? Yeah, the Ahsoka training episode. That was really cool. Also, the fact that the first clone to knock Ahsoka down was Jesse. Ow.
Mm. Mm.
Ow. Why? Why do you guys gotta do us like that?
You want to talk about why'd you guys have to do us like that? The end of that episode.
Listen, okay, because like I was watching that episode, it was coming to the end, and I was like, all right, this is cool. This is great. Ahsoka's getting better. And then we see it's season. I knew immediately as soon as I saw season 7 Ahsoka, I was like,
Oh.
no. Wait. Wait.
I feel like we should have seen this coming though, because it's a Dave Filoni project.
Filoni did get his Order 66 moment in.
Filoni loves making us relive the pain that is Order 66.
I actually saw a very interesting article before this. I was going to save it for news and rumors, but I think we can just say it now. Dave Filoni has legally changed his middle name to Order 66. Man, I love spreading disinformation on the internet.
I love Callahan predicting our reactions to a T.
You the Punisher.
He said that before you started.
No. Wait.
I'm not sure if that means we're becoming predictable or what.
What can I say? We have a format. And it's a successful format. So listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Anyways, with that being said, I think we have just about gotten into pretty much everything with Tales of the Jedi.
I do believe so.
I will say we'll end it with this. Do you want a season 2? And who would you want season 2 to follow?
I do indeed want volume 2 of Dave Filoni's mixtape. Yeah.
Absolutely. I want a season 2 very badly. I think he's got his precog. He's a precog gene.
Ooh.
Hey, watch out. There was a Civil War 2 fought over that. We can ignore that comic series existed. It was not good.
Doesn't Captain Marvel kill Spider-Man in that?
No. Captain Marvel does not kill Spider-Man.
Who killed Spider-Man in Civil War 2?
Nobody kills Spider-Man in Civil War 2.
Oh.
It's there's a precog that thinks that Spider-Man Miles Morales version kills Captain America, Steve Rogers. Because it's a long story. Civil War 2 is a comic that does not need to exist. It was not good. It absolutely flubbered Captain Marvel. It just did so many things wrong.
On a scale of the Ultimates universe to,
I'm crying. It's just bad, okay?
How close is it to this side?
I don't want to scale it. Can I just say something that's bad is bad. It's just not good. It's not a good story from any perspective. Like, if you're a Captain Marvel fan, you hate it. If you're a Marvel fan, you probably hate it. It was not good. It was not a good story. It was just kind of.
It was.
Not to mention, they had the whole Hydra Cap thing going on in the background.
Oh.
So, yeah. Just remember, the whole time you're watching this, Steve Rogers is effectively a Nazi during the whole of Civil War II, and he's playing both sides. It's not good. It sucks ass.
I don't like that.
And if it could not exist, I'd be thankful for that. Also, the Punisher kills Black Widow for no reason. Because basically, so again, I'm going off on a tangent, but basically, Hydra takes over after Civil War II, and because the heroes are all weakened, so basically, Hydra takes over, and I guess this is more just a rant about Hydra Cap, but yeah, they basically made Hydra Cap take over the country, and because it's Captain America leading the Nazis, Frank Castle is like, Frank fucking Castle is like, yeah, okay, I'm down with the Nazis now because Captain America said it's okay. But there's multiple characters that are like this because, oh, he tricked them because he fake wielded Thor's hammer or something, like, he fake wields Thor's hammer. So they're like, oh, even though he's a Nazi, I guess he's okay because he wielded the hammer.
There is no okay Nazi. I kind of want to talk about some real life shit. No Nazi is an okay Nazi. No Nazi is a good Nazi. Nazis are bad. I feel like this should go without fucking saying.
Yes.
The only good Nazis are the ones in the ground.
Exactly.
And that's where they should stay. Sorry, I've gotten a little heated about that recently. It's
okay.
Fucking.
We've all been affected by Kanye.
If that man would just shut his fucking mouth.
Every day it gets worse. Every day.
It's.
It's okay. He's getting hit with the consequences of his actions. So
I can't wait for that.
It's happening right now. He got dropped by Adidas.
I did see that, and he got kicked out of Skechers.
Literally watching Skechers like, hey, please take my ugly shoe. And Skechers was like, no, leave.
Take my shoe that looks like you strapped a hammock to your foot.
We're gonna escort you out.
A wicker basket.
Let us go ahead, jump into news and rumors, because we've got news and rumors to cover.
We do. News and rumors. Jonathan Majors is hot.
Is that news or a rumor?
That's everything, baby. It's whatever you want it to be. I do have actual news about Quantumania. The producer has revealed that Jonathan Majors has an insane work ethic and would show up early on set every day wearing his Kang outfit and just jog around the soundstage with his portable speaker. The grind never stops for this man. Literally never stops. I mean, like, we've seen how jacked this man is, but in costume.
Listen,
in costume.
Marvel, cast me in one of your projects and put me on the secret sauce, okay? I want to be that big. I want to be that.
The secret sauce is, it is a lot. It's a lot. Oh,
my bad. There is no secret sauce. All Marvel heroes are genetic freaks. Not freaks. That's a wrong phrase. All person who plays a Marvel character just have great genetics, and they get what they get off of eating chicken, broccoli, and rice for every meal and doing kettlebell swings. Hey, no secret sauce. There's none of that. Silly Billy. Marvel, I did the thing, please. I'm begging. I'm pleading. I'm on my knees. I'm begging. I'm pleading. I'm on my knees, man.
We have another character rumored to be in Secret Wars. Apparently, they're looking at bringing James McAvoy back.
Hey.
I'm okay with that.
That's not Professor X.
Marvel Studios' first R-rated show, Marvel Zombies, will have 4 episodes.
I'm so excited for Marvel Zombies, dude.
I know you
also,
are.
I'm very interested because I've seen the concept art of Icarus. So
yeah,
we know the Eternals aren't human.
Mm-hmm.
They're like kind of robot.
Yeah.
So do they turn into zombies or what? And then does the Marvel Zombies universe just get got by the Eternal hiding in the earth? Like, I have so many questions about this show. I'm so excited. Also, how does Zombie Hunter Spider-Man live? I gotta know. There's so much I want to know about this show. But anyways, moving on. We have a new creative director of DC, now, and that
I
is
saw that.
James Gunn.
They're in good hands.
Yay.
They're in good hands.
James Gunn really said, all right, Marvel, that's cool and all, but I'm getting this DC bag right now.
He is indeed getting that DC bag. And Guardians 3 will release. And the holiday special.
I'm just happy because the Snyder cultists are upset.
Yeah.
Always a dub for me. Always
Any
a dub.
day they're mad is a good day.
I'm always happy when a Snyder fan is angry.
That being said,
I'm a
James
hater.
Gunn's Suicide Squad hits. Fucking hits.
That it does. That is a banger of a film.
Mhm.
Trying to think. What else is there news wise, rumor wise?
You can hit all yours. I got mine.
We mentioned something earlier and I completely forgot what it was.
Is it that Marvel Studios may be considering Michael B. Jordan as the director of Blade?
No, I was gonna say.
Is it that they should also consider Michael Giacchino because he did Werewolf by Night really well and can do supernatural side of Marvel really well?
We talked about it earlier, and like it wasn't the Dave Filoni bit; it was an actual like news and rumors thing. Oh yeah, new Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah,
coming out. That's gonna be post Rise of Skywalker. I think I talked about it a little bit, but my Wi-Fi was so buggy the other night.
Oh yes, we talked about it Tuesday night, but the Wi-Fi was not strong with this one.
No, my computer just said, "Hey yo, I'm a crash." What else we got?
I still have more things.
Hit him. Hit us with it. Rapid fire.
Marvel reportedly has plans for multiple TV MA-rated projects for Disney Plus.
Deadpool TV show. Let's go.
It could mean Deadpool. It could mean Daredevil. It could mean Punisher. It could mean Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes.
Midnight Suns. Let's go.
It could mean Midnight Suns. I have very unfortunate news. The Avengers are going to lose in the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, as Jeremy Renner will not be returning to play Clint Barton. And as we all know, when Hawkeye is absent, the Avengers get their ass beat.
This is
2012,
true.
Hawkeye is there, Avengers win. Age of Ultron, Hawkeye is there, Avengers win. Infinity War, Hawkeye is not there, half the fucking universe dies. Avengers Endgame, Hawkeye is there, the Avengers win.
Oh, also, we've been getting a lot of clips and trailers for what's it called? Wakanda Forever that comes out November 11th.
Yes, I'm very excited about that.
It all looks really good.
Holy shit, we do not have that. We're not that far off. It's like a little over 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're really close to Wakanda Forever. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I cannot wait to see Wakanda Forever. It's gonna be great.
I will try and make that a day one watch because I'm very, very excited. Just the entire movie as a whole, but Ironheart, I'm very excited about. Yeah.
Trying to think who else. What else you got?
So, yeah. Very, very excited about that. It's just, you know. So.
Any other news and rumors we got?
1 moment. We have updates on the Thunderbolts. Yelena will apparently be our main character. Florence Pugh is getting paid $10 million for the movie, which we love to see.
Nice.
Apparently, it's going to be like Civil War, and the team will get divided and fight against each other, which I'm very excited for because that means I get to watch Bucky kick John Walker's ass once again.
I am excited for that, but I'm also like, damn, can we have like a team up movie where the heroes team up? I don't know. Just a thought. I
No.
enjoy watching heroes fight, but also, can we just have like heroes be friends and like punch bad guys? I don't know. I'm a simple man.
I don't give a shit what happens in this movie so long as I get like one thing, and that is them not shipping Yelena with anyone because she's canonically asexual in the comics. And if they touch that, I will get up on my soapbox and throw things at people again.
No, I'm down with
Um,
that. No, I'm right there with you.
yeah. And then I have a little double tap for you. Charlie Cox has been training with an MMA fighter to prepare for Daredevil Born Again,
I did see that.
which is lit. Oscar Isaac has confirmed that he's in talks with Marvel about Moon Knight returning.
In the Midnight Suns.
Yeah. And that is all I have for news and rumors. This has been a very long episode. What more
Yes,
do we got to say?
Callahan. Yes, I do want that. I do want a 1966 Batman style Marvel movie. I feel like that would be really good, and we need more camp. Everything's so serious. You know, everybody is so serious nowadays. Why so serious? You get the Christian Bale movies, and everybody wants to be, super serious. I want funny, campy, ha goofy movies. Is that so much to ask for? I want the bad guy to get punched in the face and it say pow because I think it's funny.
I was actually thinking about this with Tales of the Jedi. I do kind of miss the Rebels days, back when things were a little bit more lighthearted. By the Rebels days, I mean the first season.
You mean the first season where they do terrorism in less than 5 minutes?
Yeah, but they have a laugh while they do it.
Yes, we do in fact have Drax and Mantis going to kidnap Kevin Bacon.
That shit I'm excited for. That shit I'm very excited.
I'm very excited for that, and I do have to say, while watching the trailer, I will full disclosure here. Even though they said Kevin, oh man, they've got the wrong person. That's Kevin Conroy.
Sorry, your Wi-Fi cut out again.
Damn it, ruined my joke. I thought it was Kevin Conroy in the video at first in the trailer, and I was like, oh, that's a really funny bit. They're getting Kevin Conroy instead of Kevin Bacon. Oopsie doopsies. I got DC brain rot. What is Marvel?
Well, do we have anything more that we would like to say before we wrap up things for the evening?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Alrighty. Well, with that being said, if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate you.
But since you're right here, I gotta, one more time, just the YouTube plug. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Under the Helmet Podcast, because don't forget, once we hit 100 subscribers, if we do it before my birthday, November 24th, it's right, it's coming up. It's less than a month. All this beautiful, beautiful hair right here will be gone. I'll do a Lex Luthor cosplay if I have to go bald. I'll do it.
Jeffrey Bezos cosplay? Jeffrey Bezos?
No. If I'm gonna cosplay an evil billionaire, it's gonna be Lex Luthor.
They're the same person.
We'll go there later. Anyways, no. If I have to shave my head, I'm calling it now. I'm adding fuel to the fire. The only person that subscribed is somebody that I got to subscribe. So, yeah, we're now at 58. Thank you to my friend from work.
Thank you, Dylan's friend from work. Shout out to Dylan's friend from work.
Yeah,
Woo!
shout out to my friends from work. Several of my scare actor friends have said they want to come on the show.
Oh, nice. I do think a scare actor episode would be cool, since we did originally mean this as a cosplay podcast. And we don't talk about cosplay much. We just debut new ones.
With that being said, don't forget to join our Discord and follow us on Instagram for any and all updates, because we'll post in one of the two. Yeah. That's just how it goes. But anyways, have a good night. May the Force be with you. And we will see you the next time we go Under the Helmet.
Have a good night, everybody.